So today, Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch.
All right.
Were you like waiting for this to happen? Were you like following it?
Not at all, actually. Someone was like, Nintendo tweeted something. Oh my God, it's happening! And I was like, what? What is this about?
Uh,
It's about the Nintendo NX or whatever. It's like, what is that? I thought the last one was with the Wii U. When did
yeah,
we? What happened? I missed out.
yeah. I
I'm
never
just
got the Wii U.
surprised.
I was like sort of aware that this was coming, but I wasn't like waiting for it. And then, of course, today when it came out, it just exploded.
Yeah. I mean, I bought the Wii U,
Uh,
or I won it on like some kind of raffle. I can't remember right now.
hmm.
So I thought that was cool, and I played it. It was fun, but then it's like I'm just not a console guy. So I get the console needs. I understand people that play consoles, but I'm just not a console guy. It's like, I like to have the computer because when I'm playing something, I like to multitask a lot. So if
Yeah.
I'm playing something, I'll be like alt tabbing into like Facebook and stuff.
Yep.
And when like I'm playing something on the console and there's like a loading screen, I'll be like, "Oh my God, are you serious? Like,
Like you just have to sit here and just
do I
watch this.
actually, yeah, do I have to seriously sit here and just do nothing? No,
Yeah.
just can't do it. Can't do
Yeah, so you saw the their video demo of the thing, right?
it. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't want I'm trying to not start like negative, but like zero of that demo thing connected with me.
Well,
Like
that's what I never understand off of these ads. Like
yeah.
they, it's not only Nintendo, but they always try to use people that are like not the actual reflection of their majority consumer, right? I
Are you
think they
telling me those guys aren't typical gamers?
I mean, I don't know how many people that would take their this thing to the in the plane. Like that's just not feasible.
I
And
thought
that's
that
why you
was
have
the most realistic out of all of them. They had ones like the guys, a bunch, so like four guys go to the park and they're playing basketball, and then
yeah
they stop the game after like 5 minutes and they sit down and they play a basketball video game in the park.
yeah
Like, what?
right next to the
Seriously?
actual hoop. Yeah,
Like,
I mean the thing about it is, I think they understand that people that are inside will already buy their console if they consider it good enough, right?
yeah.
So their advertising only has to show off the extent of the reach or like the capabilities of the console. So
Hmm.
they don't have to, what's the point of them showing that it can be used inside a house plugged in? Like everybody knows that that's the normal way, right, to play
uh,
games. They have to just go out of their way to show you that you can use the controllers, take them apart. I have no freaking clue how they can like separate so many controllers in so many different ways, which is amazing.
yeah.
In the video was amazing. They used it like so many different
They have a
ways.
lot of
But
different controllers. I
and
hope that like it's got to ship with all that, or else it's gonna be like, how are
like
you gonna?
additional.
Yeah.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
see the
I hope they
name
can do.
of the oh, what do they call it? The Joy-Con?
Yeah, the Joy-Con. That's a weird name, but hey.
Yeah.
But the thing that like struck me the most is like the Joy Cons or whatever.
Uh,
When they split up, when you separate them, they're so small, dude. It's
yeah.
like if I was when I took my 3DS on the plane, it's one piece and it's small, so I can take it and I can put it in my bag when I'm done, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if I took the Nintendo Switch on the plane, I'll be like, all right, I gotta be at the gate 8 at 3 p.m. and it's 1:50 right now or 1:30. I'm
Mhm.
playing, and then I'm like, I'm playing with two friends, and then okay, we're done. Oh shit, we gotta go to the gate. Where's the fucking Joy-Con controller? Where is this thing? Like it's so small. Where is it? I have to get on the plane. Where is this thing? Oh my god, everybody's panicking.
Like
So I'm like, dude, we have to find this. It's like a $500 console. I'm not leaving without this. Like I missed my flight, but we have to find this thing.
like I only have 19 out of the 20 pieces my console disassembles into. Like
Exactly. That's what,
I can't I need all 20 pieces.
and I think like half of the video It's just showing you how these things could be used,
Yeah.
but for people to connect them to their own world. So it's like when the lady's like playing, and then someone like on the rooftop, they're having like a barbecue. It's like, hey, can you come over? And she like takes the whole like the pro controller thing with the screen.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, that will never ever happen to me. No one will ever call me to hang out at the barbecue, and I'll bring over Mario Party and we'll like have a blast. That's never gonna
Yeah.
happen. What could happen though is I really have to go to the bathroom and take a shit. So I'll take the screen and go to the bathroom with it for like half an hour. So I feel like that's a more realistic
That's
scenario.
the
You have
real
to connect
use case.
yourself.
Or
Yes.
like you're in the middle of a boss battle and then the doorbell rings, it's a pizza guy, and like you're like, oh shit, so you take the console and you're like trying to put pants on, and you've got the console in one hand, and then you get to the
Yeah.
door and you're trying to pay the guy, and you're like in the middle of the game, and you get
Yeah.
back and you dock it again and you beat the boss. It's like, yes, what a victory.
Yeah, achievement unlocked. Or like you split the controller, you take the mini one, and then you put like the screen on the toilet, and then you're just like laying down on the bathtub while you're just using the controller. It's like much more realistic scenarios than
Yeah.
oh, you're going to play 2K basketball next to
Yeah.
the basketball court when you're hanging out with your friends. Like, come on, that would
I
never
like
happen.
I like how they had the guys playing Mario Kart and then like immediately going to on go-karts in real life. And then they had the guys playing the basketball game, and then immediately they're playing basketball. They should have
Yeah.
showed a guy like playing Grand Theft Auto, and then you hear like, and then it quits the game. You hear like gunshots and stuff. Like,
Yeah, that would have been huge.
everybody, is there something for everybody? I don't know.
I like the concept, the idea of it,
Yeah,
but it's like Nintendo's always trying to make these games like sociable,
yeah,
and I don't know up to what degree the culture or the just society has just strayed away from that kind of. It's like everybody's like in their own house anymore. You don't see that many people at one spot anymore.
Well, I mean, plus if they had like modern multiplayer, like if like we're on like opposite sides of the country, but if we want to
Yeah.
play a game by Blizzard,
Yeah.
it's literally like 15 seconds and we're playing a game together, and
Yeah.
there's no problems. Like, it's not really a problem,
Mhm.
and especially like with VR stuff, it's even more social.
Yeah. And from your own house, like you can be
Yeah.
social within your own house, right? You don't
I
have
could
to
be
be.
social. I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that the like going places is cool too, but it's not like I need to. You would never sacrifice your PC to that degree just to be able to carry it around.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm really excited is a couple of things, right? That they do right.
Hmm.
So the stand or the little kickstand thing or whatever that's called,
Yeah.
that is good. I hate the fact that I have to hold this thing in my hands for the entire duration, like the Nintendo 3DS. I mean, it's like it's not that my hands get tired, but they're touching the thing constantly. They're sweaty, or like it's just a hassle.
You
If
can't
have the
change
screen-
your posture is like always the same
yeah.
with the 3DS.
If you want, the only thing you can change is like the orient, like the angle of the screen.
Yeah.
But in this one, you just put the screen down, and the guy remove the controllers from the side because he could play by having them on, but he removed them so that the screen would just be still, and then he would only move the controllers, which are like one in each hand.
Yeah.
I thought that was like back to what the Wii used to be with the nunchuck and the controller, like one in each hand thing, and they were connected. Back
Yeah.
to that, so like the screen stays, but you can move like around without it, or like I thought that was good. Then I didn't really get the part of the car thing. Are you supposed to like use it on the car too? Like you can just like hook it to the seat and it'll be like a TV kind of.
I guess that's what they were showing.
And then what else did they have? The fact that you can take the thing, well, that's the same as the Wii U, but I guess in this one you actually take the full game, like all the capabilities.
Uh-huh.
It's not like split, because the Wii U, the big remote was supposed to have like you would see the map in there instead. I guess in this case you don't do that anymore. It's just you take the actual screen, like the full game, which is
Yeah.
cool, I guess. So if you gotta go to the toilet or something. And then really excited about the partners with the Nintendo Switch, because they had some Atlas was there. So I don't know what kind of game Atlas is gonna release on the Nintendo Switch. Possibly another, maybe a Shin Megami Tensei or a Persona game, which I really enjoy. Bethesda was there, so I don't know. There's potential for some more mature games that we don't usually see for Nintendo platforms.
Yeah, it was interesting that their commercial had like no kids. It was all like young adults
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I didn't
and
no,
no
actually
like
notice.
no families or anything. None
Yeah,
of
it was.
those stupid families.
I mean, dude, come on. The Wii U was just ridiculous. The ads were like the dad and the mom playing like
Yeah.
Mario with the kids. It's like if I go to my little sister's house, she'll be like, "Oh, you want to play?" I'll be like, "Sure." And after 20 minutes, I'm already tired. I was like, "I don't want to play this."
Yeah.
It's like, well, the mom is not gonna even have patience to turn the console on, let alone play with pretend to have a good time playing with the kids. That never happens. I think that's pretty much what they announced.
Yeah.
They said that Nvidia is powering up the device, so that's interesting. I think they also, when they show the basketball game, there has to be, I think, 2K, which is it hasn't been on any Nintendo game console for a while. I think I'm not too into sports games, but I don't think it's just mostly been like PlayStation, Xbox, and PC the main sellers for those. And well, they showed some kind of competitive Splatoon.
Oh yeah, their like esports team.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I like esports, so I feel that's okay. But I'm like, they showed
Nintendo is like the
freaking-
last company you think of, though. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess there's Smash,
well, Smash, yeah, Smash.
but that's
But
like
they showed like, dude, it was like I don't know. It had to have been like a freaking huge arena filled to the brim with people
yeah.
cheering for Splatoon. I'm like, no. It'll be more like Smash, with this like really limited, like a room, or like the main event is any other game, and then and also we have Splatoon in case you're interested. So it's like $20 million for Dota 2, 100,000 for Splatoon, something like that. It's like they embraced Smash competitive scene a lot, which helped the growth. Like with like Reggie doing like the commercials, or like the memes he was saying, like no Johns and stuff like that. So they know about the Smash competitive scene. So I guess they're trying to get into it with the Splatoon, since it's like a shooter or some kind of shooter. And I think that's good. I mean, I like esports. Variety makes it good. It makes it better for like younger people that will never be professional gamers anymore, because we're late to the party. When we were growing up,
old.
that didn't exist. Yeah, so it's like they're paving the way for all the younger generations that are gonna come up and be like, oh man, I'm suddenly super good at this game when I'm 12. Oh, maybe I could be a pro. It's like when you're 12 and you're like, oh, I could be a pro in the next 2 years. That's interesting when you're young.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that's gonna take.
Guess we'll see what happens.
Then they also showed Skyrim. That was weird.
That's weird. I mean, I feel like Nintendo would benefit a ton if they would open up to more stuff. Like, can you imagine if, I mean, the Switch thing, I think it would be a selling point if you could like connect to the Android store and get like any Android game. Because of course those are not going to be as good as the real titles. But like it would still be, I mean, there's got to be Android games that you'd want to play with like nice controls and a nice screen.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I would be on board with that. Like I have games on my phone that are just, my phone is like too small now. I upgraded to the Galaxy S7. Just much smaller than the Note, so it's like I have a hard time. My hands are big, so it's like just uncomfortable to you, and you can't be playing that for like more than like 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
if you had the good controllers and you could play like for hours, like, I think that would be an interesting alternative. I would definitely be on board for that.
Is the Switch screen isn't the touch screen, right? I don't think they showed anyone like
They
touching it.
did, yeah. They didn't show anything like that because the Wii U one is touchscreen. I know
Huh.
that, but this one they didn't show anything. It was mostly a screen, like a TV. They
Yeah.
didn't advertise anyone touching it more than just carrying over as a replacement of your actual TV. So you could play the game on the go as that would replace you hooking it to an actual TV.
Yeah.
Then what else? It was Mario Kart. Seems like it was Mario Kart 8, but they showed King Boo, which I don't know. But based on that, it was Mario Kart 8 because Mario King Boo was not a Mario Kart 9 or whatever.
Hmm.
But some people were saying that he might make a comeback, so I figure it would be worth mentioning.
Hmm.
Not really too into Nintendo games because I'm not a console player that much.
Yeah.
They show a Super Mario game. It should be the new single player Mario game like they always release.
Yeah. I wonder if Nintendo is really going to be able to like survive on their first party titles forever or what.
Hmm.
Like, if they didn't have Mario and stuff like that, they'd be dead a long time ago.
Well, I mean it's like people buy Nintendo consoles for a specific title. I feel at this point,
Yeah.
it's like if you want variety, you just don't get a Nintendo console. If you want to play Smash, then the only option you have is buying the Nintendo console.
That's true.
But if you want to play shooters, you don't buy a Nintendo console. You buy a PlayStation, you play Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever you want. But for Nintendo, it's more like, oh, we have these deals with these companies. So like when they took over Monster Hunter and they made it only for 3DS, that means that and this is true, people like that franchise so much that they will buy the console just to play those games
Hmm.
because they are so like the games themselves are so well made that they think it's worth it to spend a determined amount of money on the console just because it's a medium for them to play that one specific game.
Yeah.
If they could play that game on Nintendo and on something else, they'd be like, forget it. There's no way I'm gonna buy that just for that. I could play on something else. Like when Monster Hunter was on the PlayStation Vita, you could play on the PS Vita, but they stopped making it after a certain point. After they went to the deal with Nintendo, they were like, we want the monopoly or whatever. So they were like, okay.
Yeah, it's weird that nobody complains that much about Nintendo exclusives when like Nintendo is like 100% exclusives.
Yeah, it's pretty much only exclusive, and you're right. Nobody actually complains about them. I mean, everybody wishes they would, open up to everyone so you can play your Nintendo titles on PlayStation or Xbox. But
Yeah.
the thing is, Xbox and PlayStation, they don't have nobody associates any character to PlayStation.
Mm.
Although they should, before like Crash Bandicoot probably.
Yeah.
Or to Xbox is Halo. So, but before they released those iconic games, they didn't have any specific character. So they were like, oh yeah, do you want Nintendo or do you want the rest?
Yeah.
So it's like you want to play Mario or you want to play whatever else they got. And then when you get to that, whatever else you got, you have two options. So it's like, oh, okay. But I think that with Skyrim coming to the console, a lot of people that didn't have any console other than the Switch, getting access to Skyrim is huge.
Mm.
Skyrim, despite being an old game at this point, is like how old? 5 years old?
At least. I think a
Like-
little bit more.
It's still like amazing. And it's so perfectly well made and everything. So I think that's huge.
I should play it.
Yeah.
I never played that one.
Oh man, it's a good game. I never finished it because you just get sidetracked on the side quests. It's like you have so many hours of gameplay that you can do. you'll just follow a storyline, and you read a book, and the book gives you like a quest, and you're like, oh my god, now I'm interested. So now you have to you have to know what happened to that person in that book. And I just got so sidetracked. I put like 200 hours in, and then I just I just kind of got bored of it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. That's just me. I just get bored like that. I just play a lot
Only
of games at the same time.
200 hours, and then you get bored. That's, you know.
Yeah, for $60, it's like that has no, or like you could buy the DLC, but that came after.
Yeah.
It's like I just paid $60 for Skyrim, and I played like 200 hours of entertainment. It's hella worth it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that they've announced so far on the Switch. Hopefully, they'll be releasing more info and more titles with it, because that's really what matters, right? What kind of new games they're getting, what they're pushing the technology to, like graphic-wise or innovation-wise, like VR. PlayStation has VR now. Nintendo hasn't gone into that market yet, but they might. So definitely interested to see what comes out of Nintendo soon.
Yeah, I'll have to see what the reception is like.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's good. Should we end up there?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.